Hey, friendos. We are going to take Spider Miles Aggression. It's supposed to be a fairly fast deck, but you can really get bogged down in these Sinister Assault minions up against Sandman. So we're going to do the setup. We got City Streets into play with 4 counters, and then when revealed, we resolve Surging Sands on here. So we place 1 on here, and now we're going to ditch 5 cards into the discard. There are 2 cards that can really hose you on if there's a bunch of sand counters, so you have to be a little bit careful. Um, Tidal Sands is one of them. There's a bunch of extra threat based on how many of those counters. And then there's the sand clones, but you'll usually defeat them, so that's not such a big deal. But Sandstorm does indirect damage equal to however many sand counters there are. So you are motivated to keep on top of that a little bit. So I've included some 3 attack minions that can just kind of work on that for free for me on the side. But of course, let's see what goes through with this first 5. So we have a Sand Clone, Exhaustion, Scorpion, one of the Sinister Assault minions, Smash, 1 extra attack, and Assault. Okay. All right, well, let's see what our starting hand looks like. So, not the best. Right off the bat, toe-to-toe, that's just if we are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, right? He's already stunned, and we get more attacks that stun in our hand. Press the advantage, just take advantage of those. Web shot, of course, we do want to keep. Jefferson Davis, too slow. Throg, well, that's an initial minion to help us deal with city streets. It's not the best of the ones we have, but he's not terrible. And, between those 2, that's not a bad start. So, okay. Wasp is also in there because you can get her out for just 1. But I don't have the resources to both do Web Shot and Wasp, so I think I would just do Throg and Web Shot, and that'll be it. So, Web Shot with double life. Oh no, then we can do Wasp and, oops, sorry, take it back. So we get Wasp out for 1, and then we can assess. That's better. So Wasp, 1, and then we'll activate her to take that down. So exhaust character you control, remove sand counters here equal to that character's attack. That's what we did. She got 1 hit point when I brought her out because I paid 1 energy resource. Web shot, since we're paying with an energy resource, we'll get the kicker. We get 4 damage. Plus we get the extra from Venom Blast, so it's 2 damage, and stun. And then finally, just to keep things under control, we'll thwart there. We got to assess the situation, so we'll get to draw an extra card. We can web shot again, which means we probably won't flip this coming turn. And I think we can actually afford Thor as well. Okay. So, villain turn. We go 1 threat on here. He does not attack because he's stunned, and then he gets an encounter card. And we get Dr. Octopus, Insight 2. What a guy. So turn 2. So what can we do? Well, we can do what we were originally planning to do. We can web shot 4 on Dr. Octopus, stun Sandman again, use our basic to hit Doc Ock. It's just going to get one threat there. It's still not really in danger. Bring out Thor to hit that thing and not use up his tough. I think all these things seem good. So web shot. Well, the other thing we could do is actually flip. Because we got defense mechanism. We still need to defeat Doc Ock because his ski is too high. So if we use defense mechanism, how does this work? It doesn't work. I mean, we can save that. It does get us a tough. The tough is really, really valuable. Save our double resource for next turn. Don't bother with Thor. Wasp can continue to keep that thing under control. Maybe I actually do like that better. So I can stun and confuse him and flip. Yeah, I like that better. Oh, can I even... I think I actually like that the best. So I was trying to figure out if I could get Genki Lee out, but Genki, sorry. But I can't. So I'm going to Wasp 1, 2. I will Web Shot with an energy for the kicker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and stun. I will bring out defense mechanism. And then we're going to use our basic power to do 2 damage. And then after we do, we discard this and resolve the camouflage ability, which is going to confuse him and stun him. Oops. And give him tough, I meant. Doc Ock gets defeated. We flip. The stuns are a little more important than the confuses, but we do have a decent amount of threat. And we've seen 2, oh, we've not seen our swing units. Okay, so let's throw our web shot in then. When we flip, because Miles' flipping ability is after you change his form, shuffle a Spider-Man card into the deck. I'm going to hold strength. Okay, we got a swing in and a web shot, and we got the stuff to pay for it. So this goes up by 1. Confused, so nothing happens, and we got an encounter card. We got a sand clone. He has no attack. Interesting. So we don't actually have to deal with him this turn if we don't want to, right? If we find a more efficient way to deal with him, we'll deal with him. Okay. Interesting. Turn 3. So we've got 1 extra card. If I want to use Relentless Assault, but I want to use these 2, which means this isn't a useful double resource, right? Oh, but do we want to use stunned? We don't want to stun him this turn. So maybe we'll actually use Relentless Assault and hold that. Oh, we could toe-to-toe. But then we couldn't re-stun him. We don't have enough for that. So if we use Relentless Assault on the Sand Clone, hold Web Shot, use Swing In. It's not bad. Okay, so let's flip. We will Relentless Assault to defeat this and do 2 overkill. We will use Swing In with an energy to remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse him. Get tough, but I already have it. Save Web Shot for next turn. Attack for 2. Well, it looks like we're playing some web shooters and web shot. Okay, fine. So we get 1, we get not attacked, and then we get an encounter card. When revealed, we get no extra ones. Okay. Oh, Wasp did a good job of keeping that under control. So turn 4. So we're going to advance him. How do we do this? We pay for the first one. There's no way to do this that doesn't use 2. So pay for the second one. Use both. Because they're wild, they're going to hit the thing. This is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, and stun. He gets defeated. And then when revealed, place 1 sand counter on city streets, and then resolve it. And we see Rhino go through. Wasp will take that down. I will thwart to get rid of this. Okay, so Arachnobatics will be able to hit for 5, assuming he doesn't draw an advance. Could bring out Hulk or Champion's Mobile Bunker just to help us kind of finish off the stuff. Okay, so 1 stun, so that doesn't happen. Gets his encounter card. Acceleration token on the main scheme. Deal. Turn 5. Can we do 19 damage this turn? Probably not. We do want to flip because he's not stunned. So we got 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're pretty close actually, but I don't think that's going to happen. I guess Hulk for... We can bring in Hulk for the final attack. So that makes more sense than Champion's Mobile Bunker. So we do Arachnobatics and Hulk and flip. Oh, but we have web shooters, so we can do 2 more actually. So Skilled Strike. So do we Champion's Mobile Bunker? Or just get a little bit of extra damage out of Skilled Strike. I know we're going to be able to do it next turn, guaranteed, right? So does Champion's Mobile Bunker help us with a junk hand? So if we use the web shooters, surprise attack, and use one web shooter, surprise attack, bring a champion's little bunker. Probably not going to get a double card, so I don't think we do it. I think we just kind of go for the easy victory here. 1-2, then we'll Arachnobatics. Is there... Yeah, we'll keep Skilled Strike. Oops. Keep... we actually want to thwart this turn, so we're not going to use Skilled Strike. Maybe we keep Surprise Attack for next turn. Yeah. So we'll use that for one of them. We'll keep Surprise Attack. Arachnobatics does 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miles will do this for 2. Then we flip, go get a little more damage. Which, our most efficient damage. Well, I guess we'll do swing again. No, web shotting. Okay, so 1, 2, confused, panic in the streets. I think we're good. I'm not going to be able to use Power of Aggression, so I've got 8 resources. Spider-Man's going to be 4. Web shot. So I'm going to have 1 wasted resource. Spider-Man and Miles team up on that one. I don't have the... Wasps can help us. Not enough damage and thwarting. So if I had put Arachnobatics in instead, could potentially use that. Okay. So we flip. Do a surprise attack. No, we don't do a surprise attack because we want web shot and Spider-Man. So we flip. We bring out Spidey for 1, 2, 3. What's the thing we want to keep? If we keep press the advantage, we can actually use it. Right? So we don't bring out Spidey yet. We flip, we use web shot. Yes. Flip, we use then we use web shot. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, and stun. Then we press the advantage. to do 1, 2, and then draw. Then Spider-Man will come out with web shot. This goes down to 1. Miles will thwart. Peter Parker will thwart and untap Miles. Miles will thwart again. Wasp will thwart just to keep that done. One, two. He's stunned. We got 2 more. Well, watch, we're gonna get like 2 big minions here. Oh, we got a side scheme. So we go until we find a side scheme. There it is. Okay, so we can definitely deal with that. That's cheap to get rid of. We don't care about another Surging Sands, so that's fine. And then the second one, more Surging Sands. Okay. That is a pure junk hand. So, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, attack, press the advantage, Hulk finishes it. Done. So, thwart. 1, 2. Spider-Man, thwart. When defeated, resolve Surging Sands. So we hit Surging Sands and we see Vulture go by. That untaps Spider-Man. Spider-Man attacks for 2. Oh, attacks for 2, which gets rid of this. And hits that for... Did I... Needed to do that twice. So... Resolve Surging Sands. So 1 to 2. Okay, and then finally the one that I just did. Sorry, getting a little bit, resolve one more time. 1, 2. Okay, there's Sandstorm. 3. Then we double life. To flip. And we paid for it with a fist, so we untap. Oops. And then we flip back. Hit him for 2, press the advantage for 2, and then Hulk finishes it off. Okay, I probably missed something in there, but I don't think there's enough. Probably missed 1, but I don't think there's enough in there, so it matters. Boom. 6 turns. Not bad.